Hey guys, I want to share my favorite tip about how you and your partner can get on the same page. Now, this is crucial for when you're trying to figure out how to set up your family so that it's functioning effectively. One of the things that you can do right now to help with communication is to set up a family email address. When you have a family email address, you can hand out that one email address to doctors, school officials, clubs and activities. Everyone can use this one email address. Why is that important? You might be familiar with the experience of having all of these providers contact you by default. This will prohibit that from happening and enable everyone to have the same amount of information. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So we're going to pop over to what is my family's shared email account. If you go into settings, under forwarding, you can add a forwarding address. So you can see that I have added a forwarding address of my personal email. You can click forward a copy of incoming email to this forwarding address and keep it in the inbox. Or even better, you can set up a filter which will decide what emails in particular are going to go to you, because maybe you don't want all the emails to go to you. Maybe let's say you're the one that's in charge of dentist appointments, but your partner's in charge of doctor's appointments. So you want to make sure that all of the dentist appointments are going to you. And you can do that by saying, hey, I want to create a filter. If it's coming from the dentist, which, I don't have it in here, then I want to create a filter for that and I want to forward it to my email address. So you would click forward to my email address. You can decide, hey, I don't even want my partner to see it. I just want to archive it. And then you can click create filter. And that way, all of those emails are now going to go directly to you. But they will also show up here in the common area so that it's always available to whoever needs to get it. So for instance, let's say you're going on a really long vacation, your partner needs to do dentist appointments. They have all the information that they need right here in the shared email account that they can get to at any point. The other benefit that I really love that's huge is that in Gmail, you have a shared calendar. When you are sharing events, you can go in and say, okay, let's say that your kid has soccer practice, right? You put that on the calendar, and then you can also designate who's going to be in charge of that. So when you're figuring that out with your partner, you might decide, okay, well, my partner is always going to be the one that's in charge of soccer practice. That means that they are going to do all of the prep, all of the pickup, all of it. So I'm going to put partner in charge, right? So you could put their name there, for instance. And then the in charge delegates that not only are they picking the kid up, but they're also responsible for getting, the water ready, getting the snack ready, making sure they know what time the practice is at, making sure they know if they need to stay there or come home. So the in charge means that that is their activity that they are responsible for in every way, shape, and form, right? Versus if you wanted to say, okay, well, maybe they're not going to be in charge, but that particular week you weren't able to take your kiddo, and so you need them to do the pickup, then you can just say partner picking up. And that way everyone's on the same page. It shows up on your shared calendar. If you have a Gmail account, it's really easy to have this merge with your personal Gmail account. So you see the events that are on this calendar on your personal Gmail calendar, and everyone is on the same page. If you want to take it a step further and make sure that your partner really, really knows what's going on, you can add a notification. Or what sometimes I will do is I will go in and add a guest. And then I can say, hey, I'm going to send this particular event to my husband. He's going to get an invitation in his inbox. And so that will even flag more significantly that he definitely needs to pay attention to this and remember that it's happening. I really like the add guests feature because if it's something that you think your partner's going to forget, or you feel like that urge to micromanage and you're trying really hard not to micromanage, this gives you a way where you can back off a little, but still feel like you're doing some good communication and everybody's on the same page. Let me know what you think. If you try it out, be sure to drop me a note and let me know how it goes. I'd be really curious to hear. Just hit reply to this newsletter and it'll bounce a little message to me.